Spring is in full bloom here. Kyrgyzstan is coming alive with beauty everywhere, and I don't know if I've ever seen a more beautiful place. The fields are lush, the sky's wide and endless, and somehow in this quiet corner of the world, God's been working on my heart too. Life has started to look really normal here, working on projects around the house, grocery trips, and celebrating birthdays. One thing I haven't been able to properly kind of get away from in moving here from the States is trying to buy all my groceries for 1 week. It's just not how life is here. So now we're carrying like tons of groceries.
There's an eye on it. What? Where? It is. It's a castle. It is the castle. I knew it.
Whoa, that is perfect.
So we're starting a road rig. No, we're starting a brad rig. So got the welder, got the grinder, ready to go.
I'll be returning to America for a short time soon, and the thought tugs at something deep in me, because I know I'm not the same person who arrived here. This place has changed me, and I'm a little reluctant on how I'm going to feel returning to America. I won't be going back as who I was. I'll be carrying this season with me, the beauty, the lessons, the quiet moments that shifted everything.
Wow, that is super good. That is really good.
Because some places don't just mark your journey, they mark your soul. If only we'd allow God to transform us.
I guess where's the mouse back there? Where's the mouse back there? Is Curlin back there?
What are you talking about, Ruthie?
Where's the mouse?
I heard what you said, but I don't know what you're asking me. It is an absolutely beautiful day today, and it's really starting to warm up here in Bishkek. The flowers are blooming. Our whole yard just smells like straight flowers. You can hear Brad outside drilling as he's finishing up this little project that he has going on. And it's Sunday, and I'm prepping some things for the week. I always prep a big batch of bone broth for the week. We usually drink it in the morning with our coffee, and I use broth for a lot of things, which I realize now more living here, because in the States you can just get it in a box, you know, you can just go to the store and get it, but we can't do that here. So I have my Instant Pot set up. I always save my scraps, my vegetable scraps, and I'll use that, but then I also have this time some bones, which are sheep bones, and I'm going to use that for some bone broth this week. So it takes about an hour, and it's just kind of like part of my routine now to prep for the week. And I'm realizing now how much more healthy I think it probably is to make your own. I wonder what nutrients you're actually missing out on when you just buy a box brand from the States.
What you got?
Pants!
Dance!
Yeah. Haven, dance!
Haven!
Good morning. It's a beautiful day out. I have a friend coming into town today who loves to travel, And actually, I haven't seen her since high school, but we have one day basically to show her Kyrgyzstan. So what better way than to go to the mountains? So that's what we're doing today.
In the morning, when you walk away, my heart
Welcome to
drops
Ala
the
Archa.
floor.
Running all the time?
Yeah.
They said it would get easier, but I don't know who for. Days move faster now, I swear. I can feel them slip away. But some things last forever. The love that never fades. It's easy to make promises for the young and free, but you kept every word you said, and you stayed true to me. We lean into the great beyond. There's more love yet to make. 'Cause some things last forever, but love that never fades.
Because look, it's SSSR. The PSR. Look at that, Sadie. Old Soviet coin.
He left her slowly as his mind lost more every day. Quietly she walked beside and tended in her way. Now the bed he built for two is cold, but her memories have stayed.
Quality isn't always the best, but
Yeah.
it's like the scenery that
Yeah.
Last forever, the love that never fades.
The not so glamorous side of it. Yeah. So if you have one day, Ala Archa is definitely the place that you want to come if you want the scenery and the beauty of God's creation in Kyrgyzstan.
Sounds cliche. A blanket of this history covers me today. In between the bliss and underneath.
All right, y'all. This is my friend Becky. She is a friend from high school. Actually, we haven't seen since high school.
since high school.
Yeah.
We won't say how many years.
But she is traveling around Central Asia right now and in Kyrgyzstan for the first time, so showing her some local places. So tell us a little bit about where you're traveling and what are you doing here? And
So I started traveling about 10 days ago, actually, and started in Turkmenistan. I wanted to hit like the 5 stands is what a lot of people refer to them as. It's the 5 countries through Central Asia. And it started in Turkmenistan. So I flew into Ashgabat from Dubai and have kind of road tripped through Central Asia so far up to this point. Just trying to experience this region, this part of the world, and see a little bit of what it was like along the Silk Road and in the bazaars, the different mosques and mausoleums kind of across the major cities. So I have been in Turkmenistan, I went through Uzbekistan and Tajikistan as well, and now I'm here. This is a great excuse not just to travel but to see an old friend and her beautiful family, and just kind of keep moving along. After this I go to Kazakhstan as well and just kind of keep experiencing more of this part of the world.
awesome. So we have like pretty much one day here with her, so it's a very quick trip. You know, what better way to see Kyrgyzstan, I think, than getting out into the beautiful mountains. I mean, this is what you think of when you think of Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, the beauty of God's creation here. We're about to go look for some local food. We definitely want to get her some local cuisine and probably check out a bazaar or something tomorrow. But yeah, super fun. So Becky loves to travel and has been traveling past decade now, and so I will link her Instagram below so you guys can check out some of the places that she's been. And she also has a blog. Whoop, almost fell. She also has a blog that you guys can check out as well.
Some things last forever, but love it never fades. But love it never fades.
So we are officially 1 week out from our trip back to the States. Well, we'll go to Germany with some friends first, and then we're gonna head back to the States for a little while. And yeah, this last week has just been really hard for me. Haven's been, I don't know, teething or something, and just like not sleeping much at all. What do you need? What's the matter? You want to sit on my lap? Here, turn around. So we've just been up for like huge chunks of the night, and not sleeping good and sick, and yeah, it's hard when you're not getting sleep, as I'm sure a lot of you moms are well aware of. It just kind of really affects all areas of life and your ability to do things. We've been kind of planning this little camping trip for the last, I don't know, a week or two, and I've been on and off on whether I was gonna go, just because I've been so exhausted, really. I know we have this big trip ahead of us back to the States, so just trying to be wise on preserving my energy. And so ultimately I decided not to go this morning, and that was just a really hard decision. So Brad took the older two girls, and they're headed 3 or 4 hours into the mountains for a few nights to camp. Yeah, those things are really hard sometimes. I think that I can often feel like, well, I should be able to push through and like tough it out, basically. But also just like being wise with my body and knowing my abilities. I think we don't want to miss out on fun things, but yeah, just having peace with that decision. Me and Haven are gonna hang out here and pack to go back to the States. Yeah, I think this will be my last video here in Kyrgyzstan for a little while, but I will be documenting some things on our time in Germany, just trying to enjoy that time as much as possible with some friends and really just relax before we go into a season of traveling around for a little while. If you want to follow along on our adventures coming up, please subscribe if you haven't already. And just thank you all for praying for us and encouraging us along the way over this last year here. It's just really been up and down, season of a lot of challenges, but also just a lot of growth that I've seen the Lord do in my own heart and in our family, and for that I'm grateful. You know, I can see where Paul talks about having joy in our sufferings, because when we can keep eternity in perspective and what it's doing in our hearts and how the Lord is using those opportunities to grow us and shape us and mold us, and really strip out some of the ways that we are looking to our own strength rather than depending on Him. Yeah, you know, on the sitting on the other side of it, I can just see all the work that the Lord wanted to do. So for that, I'm really grateful and really excited just to see what He's going to do in the years to come here, for however long He'll have us here. But I'm also really grateful for the opportunity to go back to the States. Follow along with us, and yeah, thank you guys all so much for being here, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.